I'd shoot a little video of the M1009 CUCV Blazer K5 driving through town. I'm getting off US 60 right now in Apache Junction, Arizona, and there's a nice view of the beautiful Superstition Mountains. On this side of town, you have quite the nice view in the morning with the sun coming up over that mountain. But anyways, I apologize for poor video quality. I'm using my cell phone to record this. I've got it propped up on the dash, so it will likely fall over and you'll get a view of the roof about 30 times in the next mile of driving. But anyways, a lot of people complain about the CUCV and it doesn't have any power or it goes slow or whatever. It's, to some extent, that's true. It's certainly not a race car, but driving around town, getting on the freeway, towing things, whatever, it does its job and it does it well. And it does it economically too. Depending on driving conditions, where I'm driving, what kind of fuel I'm using, so on and so forth, I get anywhere from 18 to 26 miles to the gallon, which is pretty damn good for a 30-year-old full-size SUV. Oh, there it goes. Told you it would happen. Anyways, the transmission in this shifts great. It shifts when it's supposed to. If you step on the gas, it'll downshift like it should. It's nice and smooth, and say it's in pretty decent shape. Four-wheel drive in this works phenomenal. I was up in Payson on New Year's Eve in a snowstorm with my hubs locked and this thing in four-wheel drive, pulling people out of the snow that ran off the road. It was a lot of fun, and this thing did absolutely phenomenal in the snow. More than enough torque to pull full-size trucks or whatever ran off the road. This thing did great. So, as far as the interior goes, the seats are comfortable. It's got leather or fake leather, I don't know what it's made out of, whatever these originally came with. The seats are in decent shape. Plenty of room on the inside. You can see five adults comfortably in here. I'm 6'2", and I can comfortably sit in the back seat with more than enough leg room, even when the front seats are pushed all the way back. As far as cargo space in the rear goes, there's plenty of cargo space. I've got a full-size spare at 33 by 12.5 spare tire in the back. I've got what I call my oh shit box. It's a box full of recovery equipment, lights, tow straps, chains, tie downs, electrical connections, all kinds of various things that will save your ass if you break down or maybe help somebody else. I've got a tool set back there, a toolbox, and I've still got more than enough cargo room to go grocery shopping or haul things around or whatever. I mean, it's pretty spacious. The interior on these, cruising on the highway or through the city, it's pretty loud. There's no insulation or trim panels or anything. Most of it's just bare metal. All you've got is the dashboard and the door panels. Everything else is just straight metal. So it's kind of echoey on the inside of here. It's certainly loud, and it's a diesel engine, so that's pretty loud too. I've seen some people rhino line the inside of these, which supposedly helps out a lot. Helps dampen sounds and insulate things a little bit. The heater in this works absolutely phenomenal. When I was up in Payson on New Year's Eve, I had the heater going. It was 25 degrees outside, and the heater in here was cooking me. I had to take off my jacket, and I was almost breaking a sweat. The heater works very well. It does not have AC. AC was not an option on the M1009. There are aftermarket kits that run anywhere between $1,000 and $1,500 to add AC to these, so that's something to definitely look into. The truck is definitely a head turner. It's a big giant diesel Blazer with a camo paint job. I get a lot of compliments driving around town in it. A lot of people like it. Sitting at red lights, a lot of people turn and stare at it or snap pictures. I mean, it's an old retired military vehicle, and it looks like a military vehicle. It's really neat. As far as ride quality, it's got 3/4 ton suspension, so it can be a little bit bumpy compared to your average car, but it's not as bad as most people would think. I've got pretty severe back issues, and bumpy vehicles bug my back pretty bad, but I do pretty decent at this one. It doesn't bug me too bad. As far as brakes go, the brakes work phenomenal. Most of the brake system was replaced and serviced about maybe 1,500, 2,000 miles ago. New pads, rotors, calipers, hardware, brake lines, master cylinder, all kinds of stuff. So the entire brake system is pretty much new and up to par. It stops very well. When you hit the brake pedal, you stop, which is what's supposed to happen. But yeah, driving around town, the thing does great. Bad weather, snow, whatever, it does phenomenal. I take this off-road a lot, run around the trails in Arizona in it, and it goes just about anywhere I want to take it. It'll climb big rock walls, it'll go through the sand, it'll go through the dirt. It goes a lot of places. I'm able to pretty much go anywhere where the modified Jeeps are able to go, which is pretty fun when your typical cocky Jeep owner thinks that they can go anywhere and they're better than everybody else, and this 30-year-old vehicle comes along and does exactly what they do, or even maybe pulls them out when they get stuck. It's certainly a fun vehicle, but I guess that'll be the conclusion to the video. To kind of show you guys driving around town a little bit in this, how it does, so on and so forth. So now you've seen it, and I hope you enjoyed the video.